Hey, it's Brett and Coach here, and this is part 2 of my brewery adventure today. This is stop 4 out of 6, which is Sundial Brewing. We decided to get 2 half pours just because they didn't do flights, and I feel like a full pour of each might be a bit much. To start off, this is Table Cherry plus Coffee, which is a table beer. Has a bit of funk scent to it, but still a little fruity. Whoa. I don't think I've ever had a beer taste like this, and this is a very surprising color for it. It does have a table farmhouse funk taste to it, but strong cherry flavoring, plus a subtle roastiness of coffee. That's an interesting mix, for sure. Sundial does say that they're a brewing company and a blending company, so I fully didn't know what to expect, and I think this surpassed a lot of expectations. I don't think even one sip does this justice, so. It has like a woody oakiness depth to it. Complex, but still light and floral. Easy on the palate. You don't have to chew through it either, which can be a bit much when it comes to slightly sour beers like this or a table beer. This not at all. They are doing something right. I think I'm gonna go with an 8.5 on ranking. I was debating a 9, but we're gonna go 8.5. So this is Off Menu Cool Ship, which is a partnership collaboration brew with More Brewing. Make sure you check out those 2 different videos that I went to 2 different More locations. And it is a Saison brewed with Sugar Creek malt. This has an even stronger Saison smell versus the other one, a bit more funky floral to it. That is a slap in the face of a beer. At first I was like, oh, it's just a simple Saison. And then it's like your palate almost seizes because it's such a funky, sour, weird flavor, and then it's gone. I don't think I've ever had a beer drink like this. Super simple in the beginning, hits you hard, and then disappears. It's like I'm in shock of how it drank, because I don't think I've ever experienced a beer quite like this. I'm very torn on this because I don't know if I like it or not. I like swimming, but when I jumped in the water, I realized it was freezing. Weird analogy, but I think it's a beer that's just, words don't describe it well. I think you just need to come here and get it. I would rate the experience of that an 8. Flavor, I don't know where to put it on the scale. That is a wild roller coaster ride of a beer. Props for uniqueness to Sundial, but let's head to our next location. We're here at Lucky Monk. Clearly I committed to something. I decided to get a flight of 6. They had what they call their brewer's flight, which was a pre-made flight that has everything laid out for you. It's almost everything on the menu. It's only missing 5 or so about half. First up is an extra pale ale at 5.7%, which it's a collab, Morty. Very hoppy, very extra pale ale flavored. Not quite dank, but on the cusp of it. I don't mind it at all. Usually extra pale ales can be pretty hit or miss. It's fairly middle of the ground, but definitely enjoyable. I'd give it a 6. And next up is Wit and Wisdom, which is a Belgian wit, coming in at 5.4%. It is that bubblegummy, almost banana hop, but in a way that isn't overpowering or sickly. has a ease into it for flavor, has a good aftertaste too, like so the back notes of it is really pleasant. Probably one of my favorite beers that has used this type of hops. It wouldn't be my go-to beer, but I'm glad I tried it. 6.5. And for a hazy IPA, this is Happy Dog, which is at 7.7%. And it sounds like there's a lot of hops in this one. It says Citra, Simcoe, Cashmere, and Moteca. That's a lot. The extra pale ale smelled hoppier to me. Not dank. It's more floral citrusy. I can see Brian really liking this one. IPAs aren't my go-to, but this is chuggable. I don't think it would be 7.7%. I would expect it to be less, so this might be a little dangerous. I'd give that a 7.5. And for a Vienna lager coming in at 5.2%, this is Saints and Sinners. A nice rye breadiness to it that I can appreciate. It's simple, not trying to do too much, but still executing it very well. It has flavor. It is very direct in. It's a Vienna lager. Meets expectations, so I would call it above average. Let's give that a 7. And for a German Pilsner coming in at 4.8%, this is Glass House Pils. Nice little bit of head to it, very light in color. It's a Pilsner. It's not offensive. It's not bad. Simple, watery, light. A little bitterness on the end, so I'd give it a 5. Almost through the flight marathon, we are ending on a hard seltzer. This is Fancy Hands coming in at 4.5%, and it's a blueberry pomegranate seltzer. Love the color. Almost ruby red. This drinks like a juice. I want all my wine to taste like this. Sweet, fruity, bold, actually matches the color in flavor. That's like a big pet peeve of mine, especially with beer and hard seltzers. I hate it when it's a beautiful color and then just tastes like nothing. That is not the case of this. This is my favorite out of them. I'd give this an 8.5. That is a good seltzer. Definitely some solid things, very direct to the point with a lot of their beer, but they do it very well. So overall, very pleased with Lucky Monk. But let's head to our last place and our last stop in our brew adventure for today. And for our last stop today, we are here in Mount Prospect. Specifically, the brewery is Whiskey Hill. I do think they have a different location. Not do think, I know that they have a different location, which we might actually hit up later. We will see. Not today, but that could be next video. To start off, this is Pink Scales, which is a fruited Berliner Weiss. The color is definitely stronger than the flavor. It has a very light, fruity flavor. The actual Berliner Weiss part also holds up. It is that lighter, drinkable flavor. Something to me is reading cereal, but I'm not quite sure why. Almost a Lucky Charms level of sweetness. Interesting. I would give this a 6 out of 10. And then I have two different Kolsch's of the same base, but with different fruit. This is Illinois Fortunato Lemon. That drinks like a nice lemon shandy, more so than a Kolsch. A very refreshing lemonade. They said lemon, they delivered on that. I would give this a 7 out of 10. And then last up, this is Illinois Fortunato Mango. I like the lemon significantly more. I don't pick up on mango. It's vaguely tropical, but vaguely's kind of being nice. I'd give it a 5. Fairly watery, light, not the punch I'm looking for. Still palatable. Overall, they did fine. So we wrapped up at Whiskey Hill here in Mount Prospect, and that actually concludes the video for today. If you enjoyed this, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. Don't forget to like and comment down below. We have a couple more brewery videos coming up just because we want to get as many stickers as possible. But this was also part 2 of today, so definitely check out part 1. But otherwise, I will see you next time in the coach.